You tell yourself you're working hard, don't you? You tell yourself you're different from others, that you're destined for something greater. You scroll through your phone, watching others live the life you dream about, and you think to yourself, I'm just one break away. I'm just one opportunity away. I'm just waiting for my moment. But here's the harsh reality you don't want to face. You're not waiting for your moment. Your moment is waiting for you. And while you're sitting there, convinced that success is just around the corner, someone else is out there, at this very moment, building the life you think you deserve. Most people live their entire life believing they're special while doing absolutely nothing special. They mistake potential for progress. They confuse dreams with plans. They think wanting something badly enough is the same as working for it relentlessly. Are you one of them? Are you living in the comfortable delusion that you're different while your actions scream that you're exactly the same as everyone else who settles for mediocrity? Let me destroy the lies you've been telling yourself. I'm just not ready yet. You're never going to feel ready. Ready is a mirage that keeps moving further away the closer you think you get to it. Ready is the excuse average people use to avoid the discomfort of starting. I need more time. You don't need more time, you need more intensity. You need more focus. You need to stop treating your goals like a hobby and start treating them like your life depends on it. Because it does. I'm waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. The right moment was yesterday. The right moment was last month, last year. Every second you spend waiting for the perfect conditions is a second someone else is using to build their empire while you're still planning yours. I don't have the resources. Resources are not your problem, resourcefulness is. The wealthiest people in history started with nothing but an obsession and the willingness to do what others wouldn't. While you're comfortable in your bubble of someday and maybe, there's someone else waking up at 4 a.m. There's someone else saying no to the party so they can work on their craft. There's someone else failing, learning, adapting, and pushing forward while you're still figuring out where to begin. The gap between you and them isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not a connection. It's the mentality. The 1% mentality. This isn't about being in the top 1% of income earners or achievers. This is about thinking like the top 1% think. This is about operating with a mindset that 99% of people will never understand, never accept, and never implement. The 1% mentality is this: you are 100% responsible for your life, and you act accordingly. Not 90% responsible with 10% reserved for bad luck. Not 80% responsible with 20% blamed on circumstances. 100%. Every outcome, every result, every failure, every success. The 1% mentality means you stop looking for permission and start taking ownership. It means you stop waiting for motivation and start relying on discipline. It means you understand that your feelings about doing something have absolutely nothing to do with whether you should do it. Discipline is getting up early when every fiber of your being wants to stay in bed. Discipline is working on your goals when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you'd rather do anything else. Discipline is doing the work when no one's watching, when no one's cheering, when there's no immediate reward in sight. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. It's there when you're inspired, gone when you're challenged. The 1% don't rely on motivation because they understand it's a luxury they can't afford. Discipline, on the other hand, is unshakable. It's the foundation that holds everything together when motivation fails you, when the initial excitement wears off, when the real work begins. Let me be clear about what the 1% mentality demands from you. It demands pain. Not the dramatic movie-style pain, but the daily, grinding, unglamorous pain of choosing the difficult path over and over again. The pain of saying no when everyone else says yes. The pain of working when everyone else is relaxing. The pain of investing in your future when everyone else is consuming their present. You will sacrifice time with friends who don't understand your vision. You will sacrifice late nights out for early mornings. You will sacrifice the temporary comfort of entertainment for the long-term satisfaction of achievement. You will sacrifice being understood by people who have never pushed themselves beyond their comfort zone. This isn't about becoming a machine or losing your humanity. This is about understanding that growth requires discomfort, that excellence demands sacrifice, that extraordinary results come from extraordinary commitment. The battle is primarily mental. Your body will want to quit long before it actually needs to. Your mind will generate 1,000 reasons why you should take the easy path, why you should settle, why you should be satisfied with good enough. The 1% mentality means training your mind to recognize these thoughts for what they are, resistance, and pushing through anyway. But here's what separates the 1% from everyone else. They don't just endure the pain, they embrace it. They understand that the struggle isn't an obstacle to overcome. It's the very mechanism of their growth. They don't ask, why is this so hard? They ask, what is this hardship teaching me? The 1% mentality means you become comfortable being uncomfortable. You start to see challenge as opportunity. You begin to understand that every person who ever achieved anything significant had to walk through the same fire you're walking through right now. The difference is they kept walking. Imagine yourself 12 months from now. You've been living with the 1% mentality for a full year. You've made the sacrifices. You've pushed through the resistance. You've shown up every day, especially on the days you didn't want to. Look at who you've become. Look at the confidence in your posture, the clarity in your eyes, the strength in your voice. This isn't the confidence that comes from external validation. This is the unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you can trust yourself to do what you say you'll do. You've built something. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's a skill, maybe it's a physique, maybe it's a reputation. But more importantly, you've built character. You've proven to yourself that you can overcome your own limitations, that you can push past your own excuses, that you can create results even when the odds are against you. The money, the recognition, the external markers of success, they're nice, but they're not the real reward. The real reward is the person you had to become to earn them. The real reward is knowing that no matter what challenge life throws at you next, you have the tools, the mindset, and the proven track record to handle it. You sleep better because you know you gave everything. You wake up energized because you're building something meaningful. You look in the mirror and respect the person staring back at you because that person has been tested and didn't break. But the most powerful part isn't what you've gained, it's what you've learned about what's possible. You've shattered your own limiting beliefs about what you're capable of. You've discovered that the person you thought you were was just a fraction of who you actually are. This is your legacy in the making, not what you'll leave behind when you're gone, but what you're building right now. With every choice, with every action, with every moment, you choose growth over comfort. So here's your choice. You can keep telling yourself the same comfortable lies that have kept you stuck for months or years. Or you can decide right now, at this moment, that enough is enough. You can choose to adopt the 1% mentality starting today, not tomorrow, not Monday, not next month, today. You can choose to take 100% responsibility for where you are and 100% control over where you're going. You can choose to stop making excuses and start making progress. You can choose to stop waiting for permission and start taking action. The clock is ticking, not on some distant deadline, but on this moment right here. Every second you spend deciding is a second you're not doing. Every moment you hesitate is a moment someone else is moving forward. The 1% aren't waiting for you to join them. They're not saving a spot for you. They're building their empires while you're still debating whether you deserve to build yours. There is only today. There is only now. There is only this choice between the person you've been and the person you could become. What are you going to do with it?